Welcome back to my channel, Frugal John. Today we're going to be installing a video doorbell. I've tried in the past the Ring plus Eufy, I think it's called, doorbell, but they're both battery operated. And there's one major flaw with the battery operated ones. When it goes below minus 20 Celsius, minus 4 Fahrenheit, it starts to damage the battery. The colder it gets, the more damage is done to the battery, therefore it really shortens the battery life. So I wanted one without a battery. I picked up this one, no battery required, but my biggest problem is I don't have a transformer in the house because it didn't have an existing doorbell. I was going to install one, a fuse panels behind me. I was going to install one and run a wire all the way through. That's a lot of work just to run a doorbell wire. So I found this, I was searching, and this one here, it just plugs into an outlet, and I got an outlet here. The doorbell goes right there. It's identical as one of those transformers. It's not a small, it's actually quite heavy. And it gives you the same amount of current and voltage, 24 volts, what's required for these, and like most other cameras. So it's 24 volt, obviously AC. It converts it from 120 volts AC down to 24 volts AC. So when you test it over here, this particular one, you go to the two outside ones. Now, when it's alternating current, there's no positive and negative. It's just alternating back and forth. So you just use these two. The middle one, it's a ground, not really used. I had this wire sitting around the garage for the longest time. Never had a use for it until I decided to do a doorbell. So I'm going to get this from here, through the wall, outside to the doorbell. Well, let's test it first. I'm not going to go through the traditional unboxing. It comes with a plug-in doorbell. As you see, I'm still under construction here. All this stuff's got to come off. I got to redo the door trim, clean all this up. And so it can be done if you had, I took the trim off here. You could go through here, remove the trim, drill it through here, or below where the your molding goes, drill it down there, and therefore you won't notice anything. You just bring along and up here. Not the prettiest camera, but it is a camera. So what we're going to do is we're going to get it set up here before I mount it. And I suggest always doing that, to set it up, to make sure it works before you do your final setup. So there's no real positive or negative. It's just, like I say, AC current. I'll hook these two on the outside. Okay, so all we got to do now is plug this in and then get that set up. Okay, so we're going to try it. I already have two other cameras on here, which is also the Tapo TP-Links, front door, and the backyard. I'll get in later if I like the system or not, how responsive it is. So what we're going to do now is we're going to plug this in. So I added power to it, and you got to wait till it flashes blue and red, I think it is. Okay, no, green and red. And then I'll go to the app and I'll just hit add device. And this is a doorbell, so I'll come down to doorbell, which is here. I'll choose the model I have. Yeah, right here. I'll choose the D130. I'll say no, not yet. Okay, so if you go to that, it tells you how to install it, but we're testing it here, so we're going to go back and I'm going to hit yes. And it's already red and green. Connect to your Tapo device. Oh, I got to connect it to my Wi-Fi. Connect it, no internet. Now we'll try this. This should work. Found it. Choose a network, and I'll put in the password. Okay.
Connecting to Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi connected.
And you just wait. Now it's just pairing the device. Just takes a while. Okay, now let's give it a name. We'll call it doorbell. Next, side of house, back of house, front of house. Next, give it a picture. I'll find something that looks like a doorbell. These all look like doorbells, and it looks like this one here. Complete it. And I'm not going to do my 30-day free trial. I'll just click dismiss, and you can try it later. Firmware update. Pair the chime. So I'll go plug the chime in. If I can fit it here. I find another spot after. Pair with chime. Next, add new chime. But it may already be connected because I did test this already. No, I didn't hit reset. Okay, that's what it's supposed to look like. Let's go back, go to doorbell, pair of chimes. Next, add new chime. And it's flashing green and red. Cancel that, I don't have to tell it where it is. No, it won't let me do it unless open settings. It wants me to turn this on. I'll go back in after and turn it off. Okay. And light's flashing, so it's doing its thing. And it wants me to do the whole password on my Wi-Fi again. Okay, putting password in. Now it's pairing up. See, it says it's been set up previously. Do I want to keep existing settings? And I'm going to put just keep. And I only have the one, so I don't need to do anything else. So I'm here. Let's go back and see what it looks like. So it's because of the really wide angle view, which I don't like. If you look at it, it looks like that. But you can change that in the settings. We'll do it when it goes outside. So everything seems to be working. Now we're going to hook it up outside and run the wire through. Let's check the chime. Okay. Okay, so what I try to do here is stay under the J trim, come over there and drill and get in behind the door molding or door trim, and then from there I can shoot down and over. So I drill through here. I will seal it off. I'm going to run my doorbell up here, down, and you look inside. I came through between the door frame and the wall. That way, no chance of hitting any electrical wires. Because when I checked here, I've got wires here, a switch here, and I got electrical all around here. So that's why I want to come over to this angle. Anyway, I'm going to pull the drill out and I'll run the wire. Let's see if I can get that through there. Watch the camera. Yeah. Okay, so we got a wire up here, comes through there, and it's going to go in the channel. Not too much out here. And on the thing it says up. Make sure that goes up. Bring that through here. I want it facing down, which the way the siding goes is perfect. I was facing down because my stairs go down, and I'll hook up the wires. Okay, and we'll get that in. That's right. And it locks in place. In order to take it out, you got to use a pin that comes in the kit to pull it there. So that's perfect angle, and it's a good background, and I want it facing down. Okay, outside's done. You can see where, unfortunately, where I had the other ones, it was battery operated. That's why they're a little ways away from the door. This one here, I want to run it down here. Okay, so we'll go inside and finish up. I want to come down behind the trim. I'm going to channel out here so I can just shove that in there all the way down. And then it's going to go down across here, over to here, and it's going to be all covered by the trim. Okay, and in the meantime, I'm just going to get some tape to hold that in place. Okay. Okay, I guess I can cut it here. Okay, when the trim goes on, I cover that up, and as long as you don't put no nails through it, we're good. Okay, let's see how it works. Okay, I don't like that view, so I'm going to change it. Here goes settings. Distortion, correction. Okay, so that's where it all looks funny. I want a correction put on there. So it takes that weird looking thing, kind of may not have as much view up and down and back and forth, but to me that's okay. On-screen display, timestamp, don't want the logo, year, month, day. Okay, that's good enough. Detection. So I want a person on, don't need a pet. And I want to edit. And I just want to bring that down. I don't want to get the road. So when somebody comes up the steps, that's what I want. So my detection area is right there. So I don't, if anybody walks across here, I don't need to be warned about that, but I can get across about here. If somebody's walking up this way. I'll play with it after. But it should be good there. Save. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, that's better view. Okay, and one other thing, I gotta set up an account for it to put it on the Blue Iris. Not record. It shows lower video quality, but records higher quality. To get a better view, I'll just zoom that in so I can see it when I'm here. That's zoomed in enough. Okay, it's showing the red light is recording now. And let's put a SD card in the outside unit. So any motion, anybody hit the doorbell, it records here and out there at the same time. Okay, they give you this in the kit. Take it off. You got to push it back here. Push it down there and it comes off this way. And SD card goes in there. I could turn it off while I do this. I don't want to unscrew them all the way. I want to keep them in the plastic. Okay, try to keep the screws in the plastic. The seal is right there for the weatherproofing. Okay, it's in. Make sure the seal is nothing on it. It's good. There's only one way this goes on, with the curved corners around the corners. Okay, lock back in. Well, I'll plug it back in and we should be good. Okay, so normally when you put an SD card in, the first thing that would come up would be format the SD card. But this one's already formatted for that because I did test it. But you can also go into the settings, local storage, and right here, format SD card. So I can format that. Format will delete all data. Format. And you just wait for that to go through, and then you've got, I put a 256 gig card in it, and it's SanDisk Extreme Plus. It says it can take up to 512, but one that can go for the camera. It's too expensive. 256 is expensive enough. It's about the same cost as the camera itself. Hey, successfully formatted. Okay, so we're going to turn this off. Again, it's taking its sweet old time, but this is slow. It acts like this most of the time, even on the phone. And when it has the Wi-Fi router is right over there, and it's a mesh router. And I got 500 megs up, 500 down. And like I say, I'm on a TP-Link's mesh router. And right now it's showing unstable. There's no reason, it does that quite often. Anyway, my thoughts on the system. Okay, I've been running it for a reason why it was just temporarily set up without the hole and all that. And the wire permanently run now. And I was just basically testing it out. Was I happy with it? When I first got it, Costco had the little 120s on sale. And I bought those. They work perfect. Instant. You want to look at the video? It was instantaneously. As soon as you hit it, open the app, it was there. Somebody walked in front of it, it was instant there. I set it up on Blue Iris instantly. Never had a failure. And I also had the 30-day free cloud storage. That was working. Everything was working flawless. So I turned around. I bought 2 more cameras on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description on them. And they're the ones that will follow up and down and all that anyway. So, the night vision on the cameras is excellent. So when I got 4 cameras, it slowed down a bit, but it was still working. But I was still within the 30 days of the free cloud. And then, so now I have 4 cameras. Costco came on sale again. I said I could use 2 more, maybe one down the basement, around the furnace area and all that, just keep an eye on it if I'm away. The minute I hooked up number 5, the system pretty much, it's past the 30 days. The system, Blue Iris wouldn't work. It was constantly lost signal, lost signal, lost signal. So, I said, well, that's no good. I couldn't even open it on the phone. It was just 1 or 2 things. Costco has an ability to sell an awful lot of product. So, did they sell, and they sold out of their Tapo 120s. Did selling so much product overwhelm their network? TP-Link's network, Tapo network, whatever you want to call it? Possible. So, that could have been the cause. They just had a recent update. It became better. But do I expect to answer this doorbell? No. By the time I open the phone, the person long gone. They get my message. That's why I said 10 seconds. I never once was able to answer the door through the app on my phone. And this is like a newer phone, S24. And I say, my Wi-Fi here is excellent. Every camera is on full bars because different cameras on a different mesh network. This one here is on the main, and it's always on full bars. And you just seen it showed a network problem. Why? I have no idea. Anyway, I'll put links in the description. It's up to you. They did recently send out an update for the 2 cameras I got. And since that update, it became a lot more stable. But was it because Costco sold too much? Or is it just a bad network? At first, it worked flawless. I did read some stuff on Reddit that once you go over 4 cameras and you're not paying for cloud storage, it does drop off. That's why I took 4 cameras back to Costco. And now I only have 3 of the Tapo cameras and 1 camera that's actually wired into one of the mesh networks. It never goes off, but it's wired in. I can't go wireless on it anyway because I did buy it while I was in China. And I think it's an UFI. They won't allow me to hook it up on a network here, so I've got no control over that. Anyway, that's going completely off. I'm talking about Tapo here. Do I recommend it? I'm pretty sure they all work the same. Don't count on answering your doorbell. Cameras, it's constantly recording here. I will eventually hardwire them. Once I finish some of the renovations here, I'm going to run a wire all the way to them. But anyway, that's enough ranting. Anyway, if you liked the video, appreciate a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell. Thanks for watching my channel. Bye for now.